Okay, let's look at an example for quiz 7 number 3. Right, so we are looking for the absolute maximum and the absolute minimum of this given function x over x squared plus 1 over a closed interval from 0 to 2. Alright, so let's do that. Alright, first we're going to look for a critical number, f prime of x is equal to, alright, so we're going to use the quotient rule, so square the denominator, so quantity x squared plus 1 squared, right, derivative of the top is 1, times the bottom is quantity x squared plus 1, right, minus, right, top is x times derivative of the bottom, so that will be 2x. Right, then if you simplify that, right, 1 times doesn't do anything, so I'm going to just go ahead and erase this so that we don't get confused. Alright, then you basically have on top, you have 1 right here, so 1 minus, right, you have x squared here minus 2x squared. So combining these two guys, we're going to get minus x squared. Right, the bottom is still the same, so x squared plus 1 quantity squared. Right, luckily the numerator is the difference of squares. We can factor it out, so this is going to be 1 minus x times quantity 1 plus x. Right, then the same denominator. Right, set that equal to 0 to find the critical number. So critical number is going to be x equals positive 1 from here and a negative 1. So plus or minus 1. Alright, but since the interval given is from 0 to 2, only critical number relevant would be positive 1, because negative 1 would be outside of this interval, right? So we need to check 3 possible places. So that will be, first one is 0, right? So that's this left endpoint of the interval. And another place we have to look at would be the critical number, which is positive 1, right? And then we also need to look at that the right endpoint, so that's at 2, right? So one of these has to be absolute maximum, and one of these has to be an absolute minimum, right? So plug in 0 into the original function, you see that plug in 0 here, so you have a 0 over, right, 0 squared plus 1. That would be obviously 0 over 1, so it's 0, right? If you plug in 1, you get the 1 over, right, 1 squared plus 1, so that'll be 1/2, right? If you plug in 2, you get the 2 over, right, 2 squared plus 1, that'll be 2 over, right, 4 plus 1, so it's 5, 2/5, right? So we know the smallest number is, in this case, 0. So this is going to be the absolute minimum, right? And the absolute maximum would be, the largest of the 3 would be, right, 2/5 is smaller than 1/2. So this got to be this guy. So 1/2 is larger than everybody else. So this is going to be absolute maximum here, right? So absolute maximum value is 1/2, which occurs at x equals 1, and the absolute minimum is 0, which occurs at x equals 0. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.